Welcome back to Crobaton.
Hey!
D&D 5th edition campaign by me, BlazeFort, aka Tom, your chaotic evil DM. I have these lovely players. We have Justin.
It's a me.
Riley.
Hello.
Mare.
Hi.
Mary. Alex.
Hello!
And Josh.
Hello.
Generic Twitch and YouTube things as I remember to put my Discord notification out there, which you should all join, by the way. ! Discord in the chat. Follow me on Twitter, YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, leave comments on the videos. Videos go live Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're also live on the Twitch, the twitch.tv streaming platform. Yeah.
Nailed it.
You can tell.
I gotta do my...
I am not prepared. We took a week off, still not prepared. I only get worse. Is there anything else anyone else wanted to say? Cool. Then I'll go on to previously on Crobaton, which is short and not well thought out like it normally is. The party spent some time gathering themselves together to arrive at dinner. That's an understatement. Once at dinner, most of them struggled to blend in with the fancier setting. They were thanked by Emid and regarded as guests. He asked to speak with Gorgon to introduce him to Sitiad afterward. Edelweiss spent the night with the sisters, and Gorgon had his conversation, which made him aware of a cave west of Miss Crystal that contains a book that would be interest to himself and Sitiad. So if you haven't already, everyone has benefited from a long rest, and we can start with what you guys want to do the following morning, kind of like what preparations you guys want to take, because I believe at this point only Gorgon is aware of the cave, so I don't know what everyone else is like planning to do.
What are we doing? We're waking up in the morning. Oh, I'm trying really hard not to start singing. Sorry, that was...
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you, Justin.
I see you.
We weren't, like, asked to stay here for any particular reason, right? We were just given, like, lodging?
Yeah, you were kind of just like giving lodging, like considering you like finished the trial, and like Emid wanted to show you like some hospitality while he took care of things. So like you guys were like free to leave if you wanted to, or you could like potentially wait for him, and he would probably take you there faster, but later on. So it's like the lazier way of getting home, or at least back to Boatray, I should say.
And when were we given like a lead? I feel like Gorgon probably had it. I know Missy has no idea, so obviously
Nobody does. So only Gorgon knows, and I plan on bringing it up at breakfast, but yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so then you can just like meet somewhere for breakfast unless there's something else anyone wants to do like prior to that.
Where does Edelweiss do Goliath yoga?
Oh, Missy made sure he was doing it in their room so she could join him.
Alright.
Sleep over! Goliath yoga.
Did Gorgon go back to his room?
That's a good question, Gorgon. Did you join the sleepover?
I believe Gorgon tried to find the nicest room that he could find, and I think I told him he found something that he thinks was at least a little bit bigger square footage than the rest of the rooms.
Oh, yeah. So he slept there.
Yes.
I remember because I was like, see, I told you try to find Emod's room. Yeah, Edelweiss is doing just the yoga. Is a tree.
The tree.
Is this a tree? I don't know.
Yeah, and you gotta put your leg
with
up.
the foot up, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think you could do it like that.
you just
So
did
you
the-
put your leg up?
Yeah, you put it up against your other thigh.
Oh, you see, I just thought of like
It's just out.
just straight up, like as you're going and doing this.
And I knew that's what you were gonna think too.
I don't do yoga.
Yeah, so it's the yoga.
I did We Fit one.
Oh.
Gorgon needs to elaborate on what We Fit is.
God, I love We Fit. Stand on the board. Oof.
This is a weird
Anyway.
Did
Like that piece of plastic.
session, did Maleka take both the healer's kit and the healing potion?
I took the healing potion. Maleka
Yes,
had the
I
healer's
gave-
kit.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay. I just wanted to figure out who had what. No, yeah. After that, I think Edelweiss might want to mosey on down to the food place now that he knows where it is.
We go together. Buddy system.
No,
Don't
wait,
get
is
lost.
there a breakfast hall that's separate from the dining hall?
No.
Okay.
Edelweiss is gonna take a seat, look at the spoon, nod at it.
It's not set up where it's like fancy like the dinner was.
Great.
This looks more
So
like
there's
buffet
less
style,
silverware.
but like
Thank
where
God.
like stuff is just laid out and you can kind of like there's probably like scrambled eggs.
Continental breakfast.
But probably not many meat options. And like
Shame for the dragons.
huh?
For the dragons?
Yes.
These are vegetarian dragons.
Ah.
It's not that they're vegetarian.
They're
They're
good alive.
they're not farmers. Kind of like a good way of like what I imagine like the dragon life here at least is like kind of like Ariel from the Little Mermaid, where they think like everything from the outside world is neat.
Oh, so that's why they're so fascinated by
Our bullshit.
Yes.
Oh my god, what kind of eggs are they?
Are they powdered egg?
I really have to ask, if they're not farmers, where are the plants and eggs coming from?
Good.
Kobolds.
Well, like it's more so like they're not farmers by trade, so it's not like they have like a massive amount of livestock where they
Like
could just
livestock,
like
yeah.
enjoy like steak and stuff very often.
So is this all domestic? Is this imported?
They
Like-
I think I'm trying to think of
Guys,
who
we can't
said
do
it,
this.
but like some I think it was Sidiad.
Free range now.
Is it organic?
More like, is it from Crobaton, or is this like just enough that they were able to make over time or maintain over time that it's breakfast?
Are they grass fed?
I think it was Sidiad said something along the lines of like they get a lot of their stuff from Boatwright. So like it's either like
Okay.
what they got from Boatwright or what they like made there.
It's so interesting that this demi-plane is relying on Boatwright for import. That's like super interesting though, that there's like a constant communication between the planes instead of like this, like the plane is there, you don't see it, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's nearby.
I do like the adjacency of it
Yeah.
instead of it being like, oh, magic.
Magic.
Guess.
Okay, well then I guess Edelweiss is going to see if there is goat's milk, and if there's not, he'll get like a water or something.
He's not gonna like
Alex is
it.
getting water.
Oh no!
It-
Yeah, I gotta get a flask.
Yeah, like I said, like they get all their stuff from either like locally, which isn't much, or from Boatwright. So it's like kind of like whatever they kind of ask for or look for kind of thing.
Otherwise, do not keep milk in a flask.
Do it.
Please.
Why? It would be good.
Do it.
I've seen they keep drinks inside there all the time.
Milk's different, buddy.
Have you never had spoiled milk?
No, it says only fresh milk. You only drink fresh.
Yeah, because once it gets spoiled, it's bad.
Well, I'm not going to just keep the milk in there forever. I'm going to drink it through the day, and then in the next morning, then I clean it out, and then I put some more milk in there. Duh.
Hey, that's as long as you're not keeping it in there for a few days.
Well, milk doesn't go bad right away.
Okay.
Plus, if I, shake it up enough, then I have some cream or something. Don't keep doing it though, because then you're gonna have butter.
All I hear right now is that I didn't have to finish the dungeon for this session.
I wish making cream and butter were that easy. Just shake it.
You should just keep going.
I'm gonna, sit down to breakfast, have some bread, coffee if they've got it.
I'd say they probably have some coffee.
Coffee. Maybe some fruit if there's any fruit. And then I'm just gonna sit quietly at a table.
Yeah, I'd say they also have
and
fruit.
wait for everyone else.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Maleka going early to breakfast.
After we explicitly told Edelweiss she hates waking up early.
Yeah.
I kind of imagined it like this. Missy and Edelweiss went down to breakfast. Maleka wandered after us, and then while we were there, discussing milk, she came in, got coffee, and sat at the other end of the table.
That's right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
I'm like, everyone's been talking too much lately. I cried at dinner last night. There were a lot of people in my room last night.
Everyone looked at me.
Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
I need that on a t-shirt.
It's on a lot of them. That's a line from Stranger Things.
Of course it is.
Before Gorgon heads down for breakfast, he's gonna go quickly to to the library, and he's gonna try and find maps on the surrounding area, and basically trying to figure out where exactly this cavern is to the west. And probably just get some, if he can find it, just at a glance, if there's any books on anything arcane from the city or from this kingdom, any artifacts in general.
All right. Well, first, roll an investigation check, and I also want to know how long you're willing to look before you go down to breakfast.
Well, like I said, the main purpose is getting map information and stuff. So, he's probably gonna spend like 15 minutes looking through the library, and then he'll head down to breakfast. And I got a 25 total.
All right. So, you're able to look through the library. Being somewhat familiar with where things were laid out from the previous day, you're able to locate a few scrolls that once you look through, you find some longer ones and some shorter ones, but you're imagining that the longer ones would be the maps, and you're able to find one that kind of details the surrounding area. So this is a rather tall mountain for this area, with the it doesn't show elevation well, but you can gather that like where you guys entered from was like a pretty like lower elevation for this area, and that the mountain that you came across was kind of cascaded down to your left as well. So you would have to go to the left around that like smaller section of mountain, and then you'd be kind of like wedged between like two smaller again like hill mountain type areas through a wooded area that would eventually lead to another rather tall mountain with a cave entrance.
Okay. He'll probably just take the map and just bring it down to breakfast and grab a coffee as he looks over it like further. And... Is he allowed to take things from the library?
I don't know if anyone would be there to tell you no.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so he's just gonna go ahead and take one and bring it down to the library with the intent of bringing it back.
Do you have your library card?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
I can lend you one.
I actually just like
That's gonna cost you a
I was actually just looking for my wallet for my library card and I was gonna hold it up, but
I have multiple. I'll send you one.
I have one from when I was in elementary school.
I do have a library card in my wallet.
I wonder if it's still good. Do library memberships do they?
I don't think they expire.
They do technically expire. I know I have to renew this one every 3 years.
Oh,
This is
Yeah,
hi.
I think it depends on the library, but a lot of libraries you have to renew it.
Yeah. I still have mine from when I was a kid, but that one's far over.
all right. Well, either way, he'll just take the map and he'll bring it down to breakfast and he'll start looking it over. He'll grab himself a cup of coffee. What other foods are there? Is there toast?
Yeah, so there's toast.
He'll have some toast with some. Do they have jam?
Probably not good jam. Like it's not expired. But like
It's not expired.
but they might have gotten it like a little while ago. It might be like kind of like running its course.
Okay. In that case, do they have cream cheese?
Royalty gets good jam.
Dairy products
They got milk.
probably a little bit more scarce. Like they probably like focus on like having milk. They probably have butter. Cream
All right,
cheese
butter
might be
then.
a little out there.
All right, so he'll just be having some toast and coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
One other thing I will say that you would have gotten from the map, you can estimate it would take about like 2 or 3 hours from the entrance of the cave that you guys went through.
Gotcha. All right. So he'll just basically, Gordon will just spend like the time while eating breakfast, just like studying over the map and wait for everybody else to be done with breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything from Zaneria or Throden yet.
Yeah, I think Thornton probably had just gone straight to breakfast with the kobolds.
Okay.
Yeah. Would he see Kakora there?
Yes, she might be like in and out, like kind of like replacing stuff, but yeah, she's around.
Well, after he's eaten a little, the next time he sees her, he's gonna give her a thumbs up.
When you do, she's like carrying like a few like plates, like as if she was like a waitress who just like relieved a table of plates, so they're kind of like covering her arms, and she kind of looks at you, kind of looks down on the plates, kind of just raises one arm kind of gently, and then like proceeds out the door.
That is the exact. That's the proper response to that. It's just like.
Well, in that case, Roden is gonna get up and chase after her and ask her if she wants help.
Sure. she kind of like stands there, not knowing how you can help her.
Roden's gonna stand there waiting for her to say how she wants to be helped.
Where is this happening? Is this still in the dining hall?
Yeah,
I feel like
this is like before she
or
goes
just outside.
like out the door. So she's probably standing at the door, arms full. Roden has offered to help.
Throw it in. Take a plate.
No, I'm trying to help her. I'm not trying to eat right now.
No. I'm gonna get up, walk
funny.
over, and take a plate from her arms and hand it to Thronen. And then I'm gonna take one that I'll carry and help with.
Okay.
This is like trying to help a guy like flirt with a girl, but so much worse.
Yeah, he's a himbo, all right.
Does
Oh yeah.
does Missy take it from the same arm or from like what? one
No,
from each?
different arms.
Okay.
Gotta keep that balance.
Okay, so you're each holding like a plate, maybe or so, and once again, Kikora goes to open the door.
Roden can get the door.
Okay, Roden gets
Or
the door.
the kobolds will get the door since they're not carrying anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
But
With-
teamwork.
with some effort,
It takes 3 people and 3 kobolds to...
I'm assuming they can't reach the door without working together.
Oh my god.
no, they're not like super short. They can reach the doorknob, although
Good enough.
it's pushing it. Is there anything else you guys are doing with that?
No.
Okay.
That's good for now, I think.
Washing dishes, I guess.
Zini.
Zenny is gonna spend most of her morning periodically listening or poking her head out of her door to see if Edelweiss gets up at any point to go do Goliath yoga. And then does a tiny yoga session by herself in her room before going to get a cup of coffee and sit there with it, not drinking it.
Am I gonna write a note?
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine Zenny probably shows up to breakfast shortly after Edelweiss and Missy and Maleka. So, and she'll just sit there.
Is she gonna sit in the isolation corner with me?
Or a different isolation corner.
All around me or
I think she might go sit with Maleka, but like silently, like she doesn't say anything else. She just like sits down with her coffee and just holding it.
We
like,
just kind of like nod at each other and then go back to the
yeah, go back to nothing. It's surprisingly comfortable.
We're like, yeah, we're cool with this. Cool.
I wish lunches at school were more like that.
Uh,
I always lived in panic going to the caf and just being like, someone's gonna make eye contact with me and walk over here. We have all had our breakfast, sort of. Veneria doesn't eat, so... I
In front of
we can count her.
people.
Yeah, in front of people. But we did indeed make it to breakfast faster than we
Yes.
did to dinner.
Yes, it only took us 30 minutes.
To be
Is anyone-
fair, we now know how to get to the place where there's food.
Is anyone else with us at the the breakfast table at all, or?
Funny you mentioned that, Gorgon.
Oh,
no. Oh no.
Yeah, so like people are like coming in and out, like people like you probably would have seen the previous night. Like kind of like people who just like nod, like me, like grab a plate, eat quick, and then leave, kind of thing. Eventually, Sitiad does enter, and he sees you, Gorgon. Looks at what you have in your hand, and he kind of like walks over behind you. What do you have there?
Oh, I'm just taking down notes about I'm just taking down notes of the surrounding area.
I see, and where did you get this?
Oh, your library.
You probably shouldn't take anything from there. I wouldn't want it to get ruined by coffee or something.
Yikes.
Gordon's just gonna look down at the coffee, and then looks up at I almost said Citadel, Sidiad, and he says, "Do you take me for some kind of klutz?"
He goes silent for a second, and then just recalls whatever happened last night during dinner.
Of course you didn't do anything.
Looks over at Edelweiss. who he knows didn't spill anything, but did break a few things.
Picking up a spoon.
No, it's okay. I helped him. He knows how to use silverware now. It's fine.
Right, please do bring it back post haste.
Of course. What do you think I am? Some kind of thief? Who steals from a library?
And he kind of just nods and then like goes about like his breakfast routine. Is there
All right.
anything anyone else wants to do?
I do not think so.
Not until like after breakfast, I think.
Mhm.
Oh, I know Gordon said he wanted to bring up the whole plot hook.
No one knows but you, Gordon.
That'd be cool, I
Gordon
guess.
will not say anything. Great session, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Impactful.
Next
He
up
was
on
born his on his own.
Crobatalks. Next up on Crobatalks, Tom kills Alex.
Not Gorgon.
Alex.
Alex.
We'll get Brian in to play Gorgon.
He'll
But
definitely tell us everything.
Yeah. Be even worse, he doesn't talk. Anyway, so Gorgon will go ahead and, since it's probably gonna be like relatively quiet, everything. Once he's like done taking his notes and everything, and notices that everybody's pretty much had their fill and everything, he'll go ahead and lift up his notebook and like slap it like audibly loud, so it grabs everybody's attention. And he'll go ahead and start saying, "All right, so we got a job from Mr. Emu and his
Ooh!
the dragon man who rules here.
Emot.
Yeah, him. And his scholar Sitiad. Don't really have a whole lot of information on this job, but he wants us to go check out a cave, and there's a book in it."
Now, Gordon. I mean, this sounds like something you'd really just make up. Can you give us some sort of context there? It really sounds like you went into the library, got a map, and decided, ooh, that looks fun.
Well, I mean, that's also true, but it wasn't made up.
Okay. Is Sidiad still in this room?
I just rolled for it. Nah, he would have left by now.
Just
What's the point? What is the book? Why is
yeah,
it
why are we doing it?
special?
Also unclear.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't have any reason to go cave diving either, but apparently there's a book in there that would be useful to us.
Like us specifically, or like you sort of?
I need to burn some steam after all these trials. I'm down for spelunking.
Hey!
So was my
That's
dog,
one. Who else is
apparently.
coming? And he's just gonna ignore Edelweiss's question.
Yeah, I suppose if there's no other adventuring to be had.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm kinda bored.
I'll go. Not big on books, but caves are nice sometimes,
Yeah, right?
unless they collapse on you, then they're less nice.
I'm looking between Edelweiss and Gordon.
Edelweiss, yes.
Yeah, Hermione, what's up?
So like us specifically, or like you sort of.
Anyway, onwards. I've been told that we do have an escort, so we should.
Gordon
probably-
answered the question before he
Oh my god,
asks
fine,
again.
it's probably for me, but like
I knew that was
he
coming.
wasn't
but,
clear.
like,
He wasn't clear on it, and you know, but when you think about, we're a team, and like if I get something, then it kind of benefits us all, right?
when have you ever thought that way, Gordon?
I mean,
No.
Yikes.
We are a
No,
team,
I took the
or a
time
party.
to teach you all silverware,
What?
Real quick.
not Jordan.
Gordon, wait.
Yes, Riley?
Now is the time that we ask on every session. Does Gordon have dark vision? I can't remember.
Yes.
He does, yeah.
He does.
Yes, it's Edelweiss.
Edelweiss
Dang
and
it.
Gordon do not.
Okay. Then the joke I was gonna make is null and void. Continue.
Oof.
Is it dark in this room?
No,
No,
she
I
was
was-
gonna make a joke about the magic book being able to give you.
Oh.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that he needed us to come because he couldn't see on his own.
That
But-
is a much better joke, Riley.
It's pointless now.
I mean, yeah, I'm in. I just wanted you to admit whether or not, it was for you or for all of us.
Yeah,
It's
it
all
does
about
ha-
communication, my guy.
Yeah, you're a liar. So if you just tell us that it's for you.
When have I ever lied?
You know what? Editor, roll the clips.
I'd really like to see Tom actually edit the file.
It is totally possible that you have never lied. You're just abrupt. That could just be me.
I'm trying to.
You lie.
He's withheld
Gordon
information.
would have said that regardless.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think though. Has Gordon ever lied to you guys yet?
Yeah, saying that, I'm trying to actually think if you've ever actually lied. Like Mary
Yes.
said, it
Withheld information.
withheld
But
information.
He told us specifically when he got out of the trial of fear that everything was fine. And I could read through it that it was
You-
a lie.
To him, it was fine.
I mean, not to continue judging everyone, but Justin, you forgot the session about dinner, but you remembered that detail.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am
It
jealous
was
because I
traumatic.
can't remember anything.
Me neither.
I mean, yeah. What else are we gonna do?
I'm curious if, Gorgon, what kind of information would you be seeking specifically if you think this is a book that you would want?
I have no idea, but it's something new.
That's pretty
Well,
clear.
not for me.
It was worth a shot.
Spoken just like Lindiana Bones, my man.
Exactly.
It belongs in a museum. It's just
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe I might keep it, but yeah.
a little less like Lindiana Bones then.
Well,
Now, a group vote. Do we just go with Gorgon's word, or we try to do our own research? Because it looks like he did bare minimum to
All he
get
had
any
time to do.
context.
All he had was the bare minimum.
Let's do our own research, maybe.
We got enough to go off of, right? We know where the cave is. We know what we're looking for.
Oh, there's two
I'll-
types of people.
You know, on the subject of apparently me withholding information, full disclosure, probably going to expect some trouble. I don't trust Emot. Like, at all.
How
Fair.
much?
Well, to be fair, he really annoyed me when he said I didn't know a lot about dragons.
Gorgon. There are still dragons in this room.
Hi!
who all just kind of look at you like,
him.
He doesn't care.
Hold on. I'm gonna rephrase this or repeat it back to you, Gordon. You just said you don't trust Emot because he annoyed you.
No, that's not all. It's the fact that, like, he's clearly been keeping his own secrets, and based on the research I've done about him, he really hasn't been spending too much time here in his own kingdom. And whenever I questioned him about where he's been going this whole time when he's been away from his kingdom, he's been very vague. In general, he's been very vague.
I mean, to be fair, if I was the king of a kingdom,
But yes, it did all start when he pissed me off that one day, yes.
I don't really know if that's something that you disclose on the first date.
How
What's the
less
first date?
less
Are we
flirty.
courting Emot?
Are we?
Let-
Yeah, are we? I mean, is he here? He's not here, is he?
no, he's not here. The only ones who are like
Okay.
in the room is maybe Kikora, who's still coming like in and out,
that's
and
okay.
like
Kikora's
other like nameless NPCs.
Nameless NPCs. Yeah,
Nameless
other-
dragons.
Uh,
I think I agree with Edelweiss, kind of, in saying that who are you to decide what a king of dragons should and should not tell people like us? He doesn't know us. Why should he have disclosed all of his information immediately?
well, because he seems to be putting a lot of faith in us to begin with to go ahead and perform every errand that Boatwright whims on us. Is that the right way to say that? I hope it is.
Yeah, sure.
It sounded intelligent.
I think you should take it more as a sign of trust than a
But he's
feeling of.
telling you now.
Well,
Mm,
let's take this into context. Well, yes, I would love to get this book because books. It's also a book that is probably going to hold some sort of untold power, and it's just in a random cave. Now, why is the book there in the first place? Why are we being sent to go get it rather than the literal civilization of dragons that stands before us? And I gesture to all the dragons that are around us. Why are we the ones being sent in here? It'd be one thing if it was like another trial, but this isn't a trial.
if it's an item that's helpful to you, why should they bother?
Exactly, why should they bother?
It's helpful to you. It might
Oh,
have
wait, I
been
missed what
found-
you said, my bad.
Yeah.
Why-
Do you want to take that again?
yeah, retake that. And it... well, why would they
And-
even bother to tell us at all?
Out of kindness, if it's something that you would be interested in.
But the circumstance itself, why is there a random book with magical arcane powers in the middle of a random cave? There's something we don't know, and either Emot is refusing to tell us, or he himself is worried about what is in there.
I'm just going to show this out here. We know that Emot is like the king of the good dragons, yeah? He wouldn't inherently do something that's evil.
I agree with Edelweiss.
Now.
Tom, can I ask sort of your rules around alignment in this world? Is it
Yeah,
pretty strict, good versus evil alignments?
Like as far as like what monsters go,
Yeah.
that's like the baseline. So like
Okay.
if something's normally chaotic evil, there probably is nothing that's a lawful good, but like true neutral and like the like 2 steps away kind of are like completely fair game.
Yeah.
And Gorgon would respond to that as to say that just because they are aligned with good people does not generally mean they are a good person.
And we do have to keep in mind that goodness is relative. But that's not the point.
Why did you even bring this up to us in the first place if you're so suspicious of him?
Because I want the book.
I think he was trying to prove to us that he wasn't just doing this to do it. That like he's trying to prove to us that he's still thinking about other things, like how it might be dangerous for us to go if the Dragon King was plotting against us in some way. So I think he's just trying to prove he's not throwing himself in there without thinking about certain things. That being said, I get. Let's just go unprepared. I mean, we could just not go and go back to Boatwright, but you seem pretty adamant on doing it, and Emot's not done me any wrong, so I don't mind doing an errand for him.
And if we want to keep this in mind as well, we do still have to worry about the Voidwalkers. And if this is something that is powerful and would help you, then that would inherently help us deal with them.
Yes, that's what I said earlier.
Oh, was that? You started yelling at some point, and I just sort of moved.
Was I yelling? And I kind of looked to Missy, who I assume is in between us.
Yeah, no, you were. No, it's not raising it. It's the tone. Your tone was yelling. Your voice, your volume was not. If that makes sense.
Like a stern voice. Just.
So no, you're not actually yelling, but you're like aggressively talking. Though I guess that's what Gorgon does on a regular basis. So.
When am I ever aggressive?
Okay, see? Prime example. Pull it back. Who wants to go to the library real quick?
Oh, I was just there. That's where I got this.
That sounds terrible. I do not want to go there.
Okay.
Alright, let's split up, gang. Search for clues.
Why are we splitting up? I thought we were going to the library.
No. There's a part of this group that I can tell would rather not be in the library, and I think they would be better useful if they went looking for maybe Sidiad or Emot, or someone who have more information for us, and the rest of us can go.
I somewhat wanted to speak to Emot on the Void Cloak, regardless. So if he has a moment to speak to us, I would go with that party, I suppose.
You're welcome to go ahead and find them, but when I questioned him, he seemed to be as vague as ever.
Do you mean vague as in withholding, or like he genuinely didn't have a lot of information?
I would assume a great wise Dragon King would have most of the information.
Okay, then, yeah, then we'll go speak to Emot, see if he was just being vague. I'll go with the library crew.
Alright. Off to the library, then. Who else is coming? Just me and Misfortune. Got it.
Who's in what group? Who's doing what? So Gorgon and Missy are going to the library.
There's a research group and a diplomat group.
Okay. I think Zini was on team Emot. Diplomat.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually gonna go diplomat too.
Diplomat.
I'll go with the book people. I might not want to look at the books, but I could probably help them look better.
I mean, you're tall. You could reach higher bookshelves.
You can climb on my back.
Sure. It's not what I meant, but...
And Throden?
Rodin, Koj, and Rivos are going with the diplomat group, and Nur is going with the book people.
Oh, I'm holding his hand.
Oh, good. Somebody to help us carry the books.
Screw off.
Koj just looks like a war veteran experiencing PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah, Koj will not go to libraries anymore,
No.
ever again.
The D4 was to see which of the other two would do it.
Has a 1,000-yard stare.
I tell Throne, I'll be like, I'll look after him.
Great!
Actually, he'll probably look after me. I think these.
I wouldn't
kobolds are more-
recommend that.
Okay, I'll look after him.
Sorry, who's looking after who?
I'm looking after Nur, and maybe Edelweiss.
I'll hold the books.
Perfect.
I'm gonna look for Kokora.
Wait, that's not where the diplomats were going.
I'm
Okay,
gonna ask her if she knows where Iman is.
you know what?
Smooth.
Good. You're smarter than me.
Because she is like coming in and out, like you're able to stop her, like while she's like when she comes back in, like when she doesn't have a armful of plates, but she unfortunately does not know where Emid is.
Does she know like where he generally is this time of day, or is he just a wild card? Could be anywhere.
Well, typically he'd be found in his chambers or somewhere upstairs, but unfortunately with everything going on right now, it's hard to place him.
Okay. Would it be like out of pocket for us to like message him?
How would you message him?
Sending? No, it's like you sending our message.
Does anyone
That's what I
have
meant.
sending?
Yeah, I don't.
Are we?
Message
Have we
you
split
have
up
to
yet?
see someone.
Okay.
Sending you can send to someone you know.
Wait, have we split up yet, or are we all still in the same general area?
I think Maleka just stood up after we decided teams and then went to Kokora. So
Oh,
I think
Well,
we're
I'm
Okay,
still.
still in
I-
there. Yeah, I'm still in the breakfast room.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
like-
okay. So you're like discussing this with how we could just like message him?
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that. And then Gorgon goes in and takes out the silver scale and says, Emot, where are you?
the scale.
Emot's gonna regret that.
Maleka's a
yes,
little
my pooping.
stunned.
So, just to be clear, for my understanding, are you just speaking into it, or are you using the thing where you can send him a message telepathically?
I'm using the thing where I can send him a message telepathically.
Okay.
But he's saying it out loud, so we know.
So, Emid, where are you at?
Yeah.
Cough, cough, cough. Email.
I just basically coughed in his head.
Wherever he is, he just went.
6 feet apart, man. God.
He felt the air on him.
Felt the air and like just like
Oh.
rush the top of his brain.
So after a moment passes, Gorgon, you get the idea that he is busy, stressed, confused.
We haven't left yet. What the hell?
Trying to
The hell
think,
did we
'cause it's
do?
2 more. Need something?
He says need something?
Yeah,
or-
so like you can use like words, emotions, or images. So like he used like 3 emotions and then said need something.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's how that works.
And then I go ahead and tell him, yeah, we need to talk to you.
Yeah, we need to talk.
Yeah.
I made it way more aggressive. Yeah, we need to talk.
What about?
Oh God.
Cave.
I feel like this is like,
One word.
I feel like we're back in like 2003 or something where we're trying to send a text message, but we have to be really conservative on how many words we send.
Oh.
It's about the expedition. No, wait, it's important.
Just
Oh
it's
my
important.
God.
It's important.
Why wouldn't you say
No.
Why would...
It's important about the expedition. There we go.
So like as you're holding it in your hand, you can feel it warm up. Tell me.
Without saying it telepathically, what do you want me to say? Here, you talk to him.
Oh my god.
I think you have to be attuned to it, Alex.
Oh yeah, I'm fully aware you have to be attuned to it.
Well, if it's warm, he's perceiving what's around it, so he can hear if someone else speaks.
Oh, okay. Here, you talk to him.
Who?
Hello, Emad.
Emad.
No,
We hate
never
you.
mind. Who do you want to talk to him?
I can do
it.
I just put it like in a general vicinity of us
Yeah.
all.
Okay, Thorin's got it.
Throw it in here. You talk to him.
Okay, so Maleka takes it.
Did you guys not hear me?
Oh,
Here you know.
No.
Oh, I said it twice. I thought.
Oh, was it just
At
like,
least once.
hello, Emit?
I didn't even hear that.
I didn't either.
I mean, yeah, no, he started with hello and then was gonna wait for Emad to respond. But
he did say hello, Iman.
no, he just said hello.
Hmm.
Well, there's a brief pause, and Throden doesn't hear a response.
Do I just
Do I
keep
hear-
going?
After a moment, Gorgon, you hear in your head, tell him to just speak.
Just speak. Throw it. No pleasantries.
Okay.
Just go ahead and talk to him.
Yes, well, some of us were a little concerned about this, mission to the cave to find the book.
Well, more info. We'd like more info.
Yeah, I don't want more info, but they do for some reason. I thought it was pretty straightforward.
So did I.
Like, what is the book?
What is
Or
the
perhaps,
cave?
why is the book?
Gorgon, you get
How?
in your
How is
head.
the book?
Gorgon, you get in your head. Sidiad has information, made arrangements.
Does,
Where's Sidiad?
Do you ask that out loud?
Yeah, and telepathically, whatever. Yeah.
He says, try his study.
Where's the study?
Oh wait.
Ask
oh,
Ikora.
we don't know that.
Ask a core. Okay, love you. Bye. And then- I don't say that. I say, okay, bye. I put it in my back pocket.
And
No, you say that out loud, and we're all like,
We really rocked this world today, you guys.
yeah. Or Gorgon's trying really hard to hide his real feelings about you, Maya.
But yeah, he says, okay, bye. And then he goes and puts it in the back pocket, and then
No, you can't retcon that now.
I want... Anyway,
no takesies backsies.
serious. Where's where's Kokora?
So while you guys are doing this, like, she grabbed a whole bunch of more plates and went out. So if you guys wait like a minute or want to go look for her, she'll probably be back in like a few seconds.
I go and follow after Kokora.
Okay.
Wait, did we don't all know that we're supposed to be looking for Sidiad right now, right? It was just Gorgon having a mental conversation? Okay.
Well, I know. I
Yep.
thought he was saying some of it out loud. So I think he asked, "Okay, where's Sidiad?"
You heard
Okay.
half of the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are we still splitting up, or are we just looking for Sidiad? Where are you going? Where? Oh, he's gone.
Kokora!
Oh, he's yelling. He's yelling.
So you catch her like as she's like exiting the kitchen, like about to like head back to the dining hall.
Mhm.
Yes. Can I help you?
Where's Sidiad?
If you go down 3 doors on your left, he's usually there.
Oh, okay. All right. And I go back into the room. All right, guys, he's over here. Come on.
Okay.
All right. Who follows?
Are we all
Gorgon?
going?
I mean, we might as well if it's just down the hall. figure out if we need books after that. I guess.
Oh, I was still gonna go to the library. I was just showing him where you guys were, and then,
Well, okay.
that way Misfortune, Edelweiss, and the kobolds and I can just go to the library. I thought that was clear.
Yeah. Tell other people where the library is in case they get all the information we need, and can come get us.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if you just head down the hall, go up the stairs, take 2 lefts, and then a right, and then you go ahead and do the hokey pokey, and I tell them where the library was.
I think I can find it again. I was there yesterday.
Amazing.
I was also there yesterday, briefly.
Okay.
Who's going where?
Library, raise your
Not
hands.
going to the library.
Library, raise your hands.
Library,
Okay.
you 3. Okay.
Everyone else is
Also
going
nerd.
City Odd.
And nerd.
Awesome there.
Okay. And then Zini, Malika, Throden, and the remaining kobolds go find Sidiad.
Yes.
Okay.
We tried to.
It's not hard to, once you're told, where to go. So I guess I'll do
Put me in the
the
nuts. Don't do that.
Team Sidiad. So you open up a chamber that's kind of scattered with piles of books and papers in various places, on top of random desks and trying to think of the word, shelves. So there's a bunch of like cubby shelves, and then also just normal shelves on the wall, each littered with papers. There is a single kind of a writer's desk. It's got the lean going for it, so you can write a bit more comfortably. And that one area is just it just seems to have the parchment that he's working on as he's kind of just writing stuff in there currently. And as you enter, he kind of looks up and, hello, may I assist you?
Yes!
We just wanted to talk about the mission errand, whatever you told Gorgon about the other day. We need some clarification about it.
Oh,
Don't.
of
But
course.
they did.
There is a cave just west of here. I believe Gorgon was looking at it earlier, and it contains a book of arcane significance that I believe would be useful to both Gorgon and myself. And it is probably wise that it should not fall in the hands of others.
So why send or him or us? Gorgon has a lot of doubts about the motives behind this. It's a whole demiplane of dragons in theory. So why get a bunch of outsiders to go get this book for you?
Well, just as you put it, we're a large group of dragons. If we just send several of our own to one specific area, it might raise suspicion amongst other dragons.
Okay.
And we try our best not to toil in the matters of some might say lesser beings, but that is just as dragons are ancient comparatively.
So you just didn't feel like doing it, so we were page boys. Got it.
Been a page for many years, actually. Nor am I a boy any longer.
It's hard to break through in its spirit, I gotta say.
It's really hard, dude.
I did it once.
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
I'm gonna keep talking to Sidiat and ignore Throden. Do you know anything about like the terrain in or around the cave? Like what kind of dangers? Like you just kind of said go fetch, and like what if there's some rogue mean dragon hiding in there and it's just gonna kill us all on entry? Like what? Do you know anything about the area?
We can take it.
I highly doubt that.
They're just like, come on, put him up, put him up. Yeah.
I highly doubt that a dragon would reside there. It's a bit closer to our area, and I don't believe that a dragon would reside in a small enclosed area for an increased amount of time. I have heard rumor that a rather mean creature resides there, but from what I've heard, it's not incredibly powerful. More of a hoarder.
Okay, but
It's just me.
I was asking about.
Probably just like the professor. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't really want to fight another professor.
There's enough
wouldn't be
professors.
It wouldn't be that hard, to be honest.
He's squishy.
It's pretty fair.
I will say,
Talk about beating up a senior citizen.
just given the mountainous terrain, many creatures do live in the mountains. Some are territorial, so try not to anger anything as you go through.
Are there cats there? We fought cats before.
Yes, there are saber-toothed tigers within the area, but I haven't heard much of their migration patterns of late. So
Well, they're still there. There was only a couple days ago. Always won't be happy, but other than that, it should be fine.
very well. Was there any other information you needed?
I have a question, but it can wait until the end if there are any other questions, because it's not relevant to the cave. Or at least not the cave with the book that we're talking about now.
I think I'm good.
Did you have anything, Zen?
Also not quite as relevant to the cave in the book.
So you do have further questions?
Minorly. It seems as though we will not be seeing Emot before we leave, possibly. But if he wants to know anything specific about the Void Cloak, he should let me know.
I will let him know.
Thank you.
Oh, my turn. Yes.
Yes.
You know where Mendros is?
Probably around helping Emmet and his sister.
Well, that's unfortunate. Okay.
Is there a message I should pass on, or?
Oh, I just had some questions for him, because Emot said when we got here, if we had questions, we should ask Mendros. But he's busy, and so is Emot.
I mean, if you have questions, I can either pass them along or attempt to answer them myself.
Okay. First question, and this is definitely the most important, I think. Is it normal that you don't, give thanks to Kokora after she's cooked everything? Because that was pretty weird last night.
It's a stressful time. We do usually give our thanks, but not in a grandiose way, which I will say was quite deserving of her efforts, and I believe the ones you assisted with.
I see. That's not really an excuse, but okay. My other questions are about the beer trial.
Verden's got a little boy crush.
I don't know much about it, but I can pass along anything I'm not aware of.
Great. So it is supposed to be scary, right? That's the point? I didn't misunderstand?
It's... From what I've heard, it can be, but it's supposed to turn your fears against you in some way. Or...
Okay, maybe we can talk this out then, because I'm not entirely sure what mine was about, and Zen was there too, so it's ours, but I don't know if she figured anything out. You didn't figure out anything about it, did you, Zen?
The latter half made sense to me, but not the room. No, the sand.
Yes, there was a sandy room with a dead tree in it, which, I mean, it was kind of somewhat familiar, but I didn't really get what was scary about it. Am I supposed to be scared of winter? I don't understand.
The Shadowfell, maybe?
I mean, I wouldn't be able to see there, which would be problematic, but I don't think that's
Struggle.
particularly scary. I can't see lots of places, like the cave we're going to. But in the second room, there was another me there. He was all shadowy like, like a shadow. And I mean, all he did was give me a headache, and then insult Zen a couple of times, and then he was just sort of gone.
So...
He did say that he was the truth rodent, but he clearly wasn't, because he was all shadowy, and I'm shiny, because I have scales, and this armor. So we're very different, and it didn't make sense.
We're gonna get to trial of frustration, and it's going to be talking to Throden.
It's like trying to talk to that one kid from the Vine that's just like, did you ever have you ever
Wanted to do so much that you could do anything?
We get to the point, it just takes a while.
I love it, Sidion, though, because he's like the worst person to deal with rodent.
It's incredible how much patience the party has built up. Like, not that Throden is actually frustrating. He's not actually frustrating, but it's just like, it's really nice to listen to him and be like, yeah, yep, yep.
not to break the niceness, Maleka is going to quietly lean over to Sidiad and be like, can you direct me to the library really quick? Just let me know how to get there.
It is...
I'm done here.
Don't worry, I know how to get to the library. I've been there before.
He's gonna lean into Maleka. Go up the stairs to the right of the throne. It should be the first door on your left.
Thanks. I'm gonna look back
Good
at
luck.
everyone else and be like, you guys could continue asking questions. I'm gonna go relay what I've learned to the rest of the party. Go team.
Okay,
Sure.
goodbye.
And then leave.
Throden's gonna wave.
Are Throden and Zini doing anything else with Sidion?
Throden is just waiting for answers, if there are any.
Alright, so your question was,
You want me to go through it again, Tom? I'm not sure I can get all the rambling right, but I can try.
Just for you, bud.
Well, he described like what he experienced and kind of went on a tangent about it. So I'm not sure exactly what the question was. Other than that, I don't get it.
If
That is essentially like if you remember when Misfortune was on Nemo, I was like, I don't get it. It's like that.
I was just
but
about
longer.
to say that, like, maybe this is a good topic for our Croba talks, but I find it super interesting that, like, some of the party members have latched on to, like, different trials and been like, what is this supposed to mean? What is this supposed to mean for me specifically? So, I just find that interesting.
And Emod's like, the point is for you to figure that out.
Literally not my job.
Do you know anything about yourselves? My god, people.
You're supposed to be scared and figure out why.
This is why he's so stressed out, because we don't understand anything he's told us.
We're passing all the trials, but for the exact wrong reason.
Just sheer dumb luck.
Yeah.
At least for Missy, it was along the lines of, like, I'm supposed to learn something about myself here, and I don't know what exactly it was. And Throden's like, who was this man? This imposter?
That's not the real me. I'm the real me.
He's lying!
I mean, if a Sidiad doesn't know how to respond to Throden, that's fine, Tom. I understand completely. It's not an easy skill to pick up.
So
Talking to Throden.
it sounds like at least with the second room, you are pit up against yourself, yes.
So shadow me. It was shadowy.
Perhaps the shadow version of you is supposed to represent a different side of you.
Like the side of me that's, you know, not in the sun? So it's like shaded?
No, the darker emotions.
Oh, okay.
I
Yes,
don't
that's
want
why
to
it gave me a headache.
don't want to delve too much into your psyche, but
My what?
never mind.
Whoa.
That response is executed so well! My what?
Another appropriate response would have been Gesundheit.
Sling his pack off of his back and be like, Did you want to delve into this? I don't understand. There's not much to delve into. Are you saying you want to go to the cavern? Is the cavern called Psyche? You can come along.
No, Throden is like...
I will pass along your questions.
I will pass.
Roden's gonna give him a thumbs up.
While still sitting at his desk, he will give a thumbs up with the pen still in his hand.
Did you have any more questions then?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. How about you two? I need to look over at the kobold. Who just shake their heads. They've learned all they needed here.
No, right?
Yeah.
They shake their heads no.
You don't want to hear the kobold's questions?
Well, they could speak. They could ask it in Draconic, so it's probably better
They
than
could?
speaking in Common. But
Alright, well, see ya, Sidiad.
I will see you when you return.
Bye. And he's gonna walk out with the kobolds.
Okay. Team Library.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful weather we're having.
Who is
I
doing
am normal.
What do you guys want to do in the library?
I think the first thing Gordon's gonna do is return the map that he took.
Okay.
And I'm
make-
following behind Gorgon and sort of like listing off questions, just sort of like, okay, so first question, is this like cave in the material plane or here? Like, are we supposed to be doing this here in this plane? Second question, is the like this book, did it just like pop into existence, or did they find that it's been sitting there for like ever?
All very good questions. First question to be answered. As far as I know, it is on this plane, and it is roughly west of the city. Second off, that is actually one of the questions I hope to answer is why the book is there. Normally, if you were to have some sort of ancient text, it's
Someone
found
would
right
have put
in-
it there, right?
Yeah. Yes, or it can be found in the ruin of the civilization where it resided in. It's a very unusual predicament that book is in, which is also why I'd like to go find out and see why it's there. And typically, if you have a book of arcane abilities and you were to just throw it in a cave, you wouldn't do so without protecting it for some reason. So that's why I would assume we would run into some sort of trouble within the cave.
Yeah, that it sounds like a safe assumption that if we're going to be looking for an arcane text, there would be some sort of protection it has, whether intentional or not.
Yes. So we should probably be prepared to deal with any traps. I'm sure your sister and Zeneria would probably be well suited to be able to find any said traps in the cave. And Edelweiss seems to have made himself quite the puzzle solver, so I'm sure he'll be useful if we come across those. On the
I
other
turn
hand,
around and give Edelweiss 2 thumbs up. All right, he's constipated.
and also I would assume Throden would be very helpful to have the extra muscle should we run into any creatures that would be hostile towards us. You and I, on the other hand, get to have the fun bit of being able to record all this down for future generations and to be able to take any unknown artifacts and put them in the right hands.
You know, something we should consider is if the book itself is something we have to prepare for. Like, what if it's a trap? What if it has some sort of ability that protects itself, you know?
Yes, this is also something I take into account, which is one of the reasons why I am still suspicious of Emot and possibly Sitiad.
But I mean, suspicions aside, this book sounds like if they were going to use it for their own, like, I don't know, reasons, they probably wouldn't send us.
Unless they wanted us to be the ones to trigger the trap that's been laid on the book.
Okay, well, suspicions aside, this is why we're researching to be prepared for it.
Yes.
We got that, Edelweiss?
Prepare
Edelweiss.
Prepare for everything. And look up things that could be about the book, which is why we are here.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we can do that. You don't have to stress yourself.
I just think that we don't need to be worried that Emot, the person who is preparing us to be real adventurous, is going to try and kill us eventually. I feel like that's counterintuitive to train the people who could possibly kill you, but that's just me.
I doubt Emot would want to kill us. If he wanted to, he could have done that very easily when he met us in when he met with he followed us to the trial, right?
He
Yes.
took us there. Yeah.
Yeah, he took us there. He could have done that on the way to the trial.
He could
My
have done
worry,
it in boat ride too.
my only worry is that we are being used as some pawns for a greater scheme.
Let's try not to think about pawns. I'd like to imagine I could get out of this someday.
Not a big fan of chess.
No. I never learned how to play.
Oh, well, maybe after this I can show you.
Okay. Anyway, let's just focus on the book itself and not the motives behind it. We want to look at this like, we're looking for an artifact in some ruins, to benefit the party.
Tom, could when we're looking up looking up things for this book, could we? I think Gorgon would probably be going with a theory that it could have been stolen from some civilization. So I'd probably look into maybe some of the dealings that this race of dragons had with other civilizations, or maybe look into lost artifacts overall that have been stolen from other civilizations.
Okay.
All right. So that's probably going to be what Gorgon specifically looks for when he looks for books.
And Missy, what are you doing? Are you helping Gorgon, or do you want to make your own search?
I think at first I want to help him because what he's looking for sounds kind of broad, that he probably couldn't get through it in too long of a time. Or So at first she wants to help, yeah.
Okay. So roll your help roll. So DC 10 investigation check.
Should I also make the investigation check?
Yeah, but I want to see if yours is at advantage or not.
15.
Okay. So yeah, Gorgon, you'll have advantage on yours.
Coolio.
Can I also give guidance?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's plus
It's plus a D4.
D4. Gotcha. Alrighty, plus a D4.
So it's a 17 plus. Well, okay, yeah, 17 plus 1, so 18. So you spend some time looking up, like, ancient societies, and from what you gather, there weren't any major societies within this area. And you would gather, like, they would have probably documented them pretty well. You do find, like, some documentation that's kind of loose, so it's not super detailed, but about some I'm trying to think of the word to use, because I used the word cult to describe the Voidwalkers, but this is probably actually considered a cult as well, but like a lesser known one, kind of like a band of people with magic doing bad things, just like kind of nomadically wandering the area, that spent a little bit of time within the area in question and may have left stuff behind.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Would these cultists may have bared any resemblance to what we may have faced, specifically me, Edelweiss, and Throden?
In the sense that, yes, they are both cultists, so that they probably dressed similarly, although they would have been, like, probably different.
Gotcha. Alright. But aside from that, there's, like, no insignia that's, like, similar at all, or... If it's just a no, then it's a no.
I'm sorry, I just read what I think it was Josh put in. A band of people with magic doing bad things. Bop wop. I want to call them kids Bop. So, hold on, what was your question again?
So they wouldn't have bared, like, the same insignia that we found at all, right?
No.
Okay. Alright.
Curious that I don't know why I didn't think a plane occupied with mostly dragons would have cultists? Do you think? Wait, are there different races that live in this plane, or is it just the dragons? Do we know
I will
that?
clarify. The cave is not on this plane. So the cave that you entered in was where you were, like that was your starting point from like here's how to get to where you were going.
Oh,
So it was
Gordon,
material
you
plane.
lied to me.
What
See,
I-
you lie.
What did I lie about?
I think we thought that the cave was in the current plane that we're in, but it's on the material plane.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Miss Crystal is like the city itself is just kind of its own entity.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
okay. Well, I mean, city ad, and they just said west of the city, so I'm like, oh, on this plane, west.
Like west of like where it resides on the material plane.
Okay.
That's kind of like what they meant.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Because he also described it. I don't think I did it tonight, but I think I did it like 2 weeks ago. So it's fair that you guys forgot. But it would have been northwest of the entrance.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Then my question is void. So it's possible that just someone left it there and then was recently found? Kind of sounds like what happened?
Maybe.
Do we know if those mountains are like that mountain range holds any civilizations?
We could check. Maybe the library has some sort of record on it.
Okay.
Probably around this point, Maleka would probably arrive.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's up?
Oh my god, what did I talk to Scythiad about?
If you would like, we can take a break while you try to remember. Because I know we're a little bit late for break, so.
Mm.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Just watch the VOD. Oh, wait, it's not there yet.
There should be a VOD there. You might just have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
like.
the
It might be a little
recording's
harder
turned
to
off.
find where it is, but yeah, you can. But I can probably just tell you over break.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna go take a break. Real quick. Probably like, hopefully not more than 15 minutes.
Hopefully not more.
Bye. Be back soon.
Be back soon.
Hello all, welcome back to Crobaton. When we last left off, our party was, well, half our party was in the library trying to look up stuff about this cave that they are very skeptical of. With good reason. They don't have a lot of information about it, but so I believe we left off with Maleka arriving after speaking with Sityod.
Yes.
And the propeller spins, and we learn about all the information Sityod told Maleka. Okay.
Good job.
Yeah.
The simultaneous
So I do Missy I do want to roll for Missy to do some research on like magical traps and stuff just in case we run into that.
Okay.
I'm rolling investigation, right?
Yes, because you're like looking for books.
17.
17. So you're able to find a book that kind of describes the process of disabling traps and kind of like how they function. With specifically to magically inscribed traps. So like spells that are affixed to a certain object, typically a door or a piece of tile,
Like glyphs.
with a glyph and runes on it that trigger when something happens. You are familiar with one such of these traps,
Yes.
which you have disabled, but yeah. So you kind of find out like kind of like a little bit what you know, but like a little bit more of the like technique for doing so. So there is a flow of magic within the glyph and runes that if you disturb in a certain way by just applying some of your magic, you can break the cycle that kind of keeps the spell present. Is there a like specific type of thing that you are like concerned about, like a specific type of magical trap?
No, she doesn't really know what to expect in a cave when it comes to magic traps. So covering a type of them, like ones that are glyphed and made of ruins, she'd probably be satisfied being more prepared.
Okay. Yeah, so like you're just able to like generally like skim through this book over the course of like a few minutes at least. Yeah, just describing the process and like kind of like making you aware of like the like possible places that traps typically lie. Like I said, doors, tiles, things affixed to something that would typically be hiding something behind it. People don't usually put traps in random places.
I basically just watched a YouTube video.
More or less, yes.
Yeah. Teach me a quick skill. Okay. Is all I wanted.
So I'd say like with that, like you'd be like a little bit more prepared if you had to like search for or try to disable a trap like within the next like day or so.
Okay.
Is there anything else anyone else wanted to do?
I want to look up just like a general kind of history of Miss Crystal and like them as a kingdom.
Alex, what did I give you 2 weeks ago?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, first make a investigation check.
Um,
22.
Okay. So, you're able to gather the general history of Miss Crystal because like things are pretty well documented and there's like a lot of information. So I'm just gonna give you like the kind of like the same tidbits I gave Alex, but I'm gonna try and make them like a little bit briefer. So Emmet was the king for like quite a while. Most recently, I just need to double check names. His son is Mendros. His daughter is N, spelled E-N-N-E, who is soon to be wed to Kazem, C-A-Y-Z-E-M. And like there's like not much information past that point. So kind of what you've already known and what you gather is that that's like the stuff that's currently ongoing. You find out like the name of the leader of the Silver Dragons during the time of the War of the Dragons, which was Brimmis, B-R-I-M-M-I-S, and like they were rather close to the leader of the Gold Dragons at that point, who kind of led the Metallic Dragons through the War of the Dragons, whose name was Rose, R-O-Z-E.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything else anyone wanted to do? Is there a motion to move out? Because eventually I assume Zaneria and Throden will also show up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're having our own lengthy misadventure elsewhere.
Well, you do that.
Are
I'm
we?
gonna go to bed.
Finally arrived at the library, I suppose.
I just assumed like that was what your plan was. That's what I assumed.
Garjan, do you feel prepared?
Gorgon Ergnot is always prepared for any expedition.
Okay.
Leave no door unturned.
Edelweiss, how about you?
Edelweiss' last name doesn't really care, but I guess we're going anyways.
Wow.
What about you, Ner?
Can he speak common?
Hold on. Let
Well,
me
I
see.
mean, he knows I can hear or understand Draconic, so.
It's like, hit me with that draconic voice.
Alright, Ner understands the question and the context, so he's gonna give you a thumbs up and be like, yes.
Wow,
In Draconic.
what a boy! Wow! I give him thumbs back. Thumbs up back.
It's really impressive because he's like the dumb one of the kobolds.
I think Ner's my favorite. I think it's because the picture I drew of him was like, eh.
Well, if we
Alright.
have to pick up the book, and if it is trapped, we can send Nern to pick it up first, I suppose.
No. What's wrong with you?
What?
Why? Could you
What?
have any sort of decency towards any other being in your life?
Well, I believe I was the most polite one at the dinner table last night.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Ner's head is just looking back and forth between these two because he's heard his name a couple times, but he doesn't know what they're saying.
Manners does not equal decency towards other human beings. It just means you have manners and etiquette.
I mean, that would imply some sort of decency.
Social decency, not personal, empathetic decency. Personal, be kind to one another.
Well, I taught you how to use silverware, didn't I?
Oh Christ!
Justin, you had a question?
Can an insight check determine why someone is a dick?
It can.
You can
I mean, I would
certainly
say it could.
try.
I was.
Awesome, wonderful. So we gonna insight check this boy.
Be a long
This is
list of
against-
reasons.
I rolled a
Gordon.
17 for a total of 22. Why does boy be acting like this?
Well, Gorgon,
It'll always
like
be
what
internal
would he
monologue
be able to
sense.
gather, like based on
Based on the 22.
yes, like you're not
Um,
obviously gonna devote to like specific information, but like surface information kind of thing.
Surface information.
Can I specify?
Sure. What are you trying to figure out?
Why does he always seem like he wants to sacrifice somebody for the cause,
But not himself.
but not himself? He's
This
willing
is
to
a
open the door,
sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Oh.
open the door to the sacrifice, but not be the one that is hit by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex, so it's like he's trying to like read your emotions. Like what is like going through Gorgon's mind, and like what is reflected physically.
What is reflected physically?
Yes,
He kind of.
because
Gorgon,
like I would
Gorgon
say
is
like
someone.
a little bit defensive.
Gorgon is someone. I guess the most face value of it is that Gorgon respects intelligence.
So he
Like
thinks
the-
we're
the
all idiots.
So sort of the emotion you're conveying is that this kobold is so inferior to you, it could just be thrown off a cliff.
Well, when you say it like that, it sounds racist.
You have called
I've got some bad news
how
for
many
you.
people in the campaign racist already?
there are smart kobolds.
Has Gorgon met them? Because I'm under the understanding that he just assumes all the kobolds are dumb.
assumes he's the smartest one in the room at all.
Yeah, okay.
There it is.
Okay. No, we are not sacrificing the kobolds, Gorgon. Like, no!
I mean,
Anyway.
they'll probably survive. I mean,
I mean, yeah, but if say for example, Malaka took one of her daggers and just sort of pooped you'd probably survive, but we wouldn't want that.
I don't know. I think a majority of the group would.
Well, yeah, but then I'm gonna have to heal him, and then I'm going to have to sleep in the same room later.
Yeah, and then there's a whole spell slot wasted. Anyway.
Malika's gonna come from the back where she was studying and just be like, "Sorry, I missed something. You wanted me to stab Gorgon?" and just take out a dagger.
If he tries to throw a kobold into a fireball, then you can do that.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up Nur and like cradle him to the best of my ability because he's like half my size and I'm small anyway. So, anyway, we're ready to go.
You're ready to go. Okay.
We're ready to go.
So
Tom had closed the map, and he's like, "Oh my god, we're getting to the dungeon."
oh no, I'm not looking at the dungeon anymore.
We are not getting to the dungeon.
We're not.
So what are you guys doing specifically?
We're running to the dungeon.
we're full on sprint, ignoring the escort that we have.
Wasn't there a transportation? Let's do that.
Well, what should we call it? Emmet said that there was preparations made, but I don't think anybody asked him about it. May
No,
or may
I
not be
think we
because I
told
didn't mention it.
you.
Can we do a Star Wars wipe?
Yeah,
Yeah, can we
we're
just
at the
survive?
dungeon.
Not even at the dungeon, just at where we're leaving from.
Yeah, we're just in the carriage at the lead.
So I'll speed this up a little bit for everyone. So you leave Miss Crystal from the entrance. When you leave with where you entered from the Trial of Fear, you end up back at the top of the mountain like that sheer cliff face that you guys leapt from, like that's where it brings you.
Oh no! Does it drop us all in the same spot? Because who's at the back?
No, like you kind of like walk through, and as if you walked through the mist, you kind of like land into the
mist crypt.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from there you can follow the like the cavern down. So that's like about like a 20-minute walk. And then you find one of the carriages that you guys took here is just left with the 2 horses, kind of just like hitched to like a nearby tree branch, like a sturdier one. There's some supplies in there, mostly for just like keeping warm and taking care of the horses, kind of deal.
Oh, good. Whew. Gotta take care of the horses.
If he left us overnight, I'm surprised he didn't run away.
It was not in the
Dirty
place
tree
where you
branch.
left it, I will say.
Oh,
Are these the
Even-
same horses?
they ran away and then they came back.
Someone make an intelligence check, because
I don't
I
like
I know
it.
exactly what
81.
happened. I wasn't gonna just leave it there.
I got a 13.
My God.
General intelligence?
General intelligence.
16.
So those of you who rolled like let's say like 15 or higher,
Shucks.
you're able to gather that someone probably came and got these horses, and then was told to then bring them back. So they were probably dropped off here like in the morning.
I can't believe someone stole our horses and was told to bring them back.
You can gather it was probably the guards who weren't that far away.
I can't believe the gods that we gave you with stole our horses.
And it came all the way back.
Get back.
You'd imagine that with Emot's sending ability, he can probably tell people to just be like, "Hey, come get these guys," or "Hey,
guess
can you
we're
drop them
talking
off
about
again?"
I can't believe the
he
king of
told
Miss
them.
Crystal told them to steal our horses. This is what I get for a roll of 13.
I don't think that's what happened. But if you want to believe that, that's fine, I guess.
Is Arden schooling me? Because, yes, sir!
Somehow rolled the highest, so I guess he is.
Wait, what did you roll?
18 total.
Sick.
This is why I wanted to roll the intelligence check. Funny stuff happened.
For sake of time.
Alright,
so
hopping on that carriage.
someone does have to drive the carriage.
Oh,
Someone has to drive the carriage?
Yes.
got the background foot.
They stole our carriage driver!
That's the job of the kobolds.
And
go.
didn't bring them back.
What'd they do with him?
They brought
So-
the horses back.
I just need someone to make an animal handling check.
I refuse.
Gor-
I will not
Gorgon-
touch.
Gorgon just gets in the back of the carriage.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Be
we'll
willing
do
to
animal
try.
handling.
Well, yeah, I do think that Edelwood should have the best chance of it.
Sounds great.
From looking at stats, I think Malika has the highest.
Does she?
Why?
She's
I just
proficient
rolled a
in it.
23, so I think I'm gonna be the carriage.
I rolled a 21. No.
Wait, I think even Missy's like, Malika, when the hell did you start driving horses?
I don't know.
You had to steal a couple of them back in the day.
Yeah.
Were you the one that stole our horses?
And the carriage.
No,
So,
no.
what were the 2 rolls again?
24 and 21.
Yeah.
Okay, so like between the 2 of you, you're able to definitely like keep the horses calm and in the direction that you want to go.
I hope so.
Gorgon would know that like this trip is roughly like 2 to 3 hours, probably leaning a little bit more towards the 2 hours, given that you guys have like means of transportation and you're really getting hindered by poor rolls. So yeah, Malika's definitely up front. So give me like a general order for like where you guys like are in the back. So I'm assuming Malika and Edelweiss are like towards the front, Where would everyone else be?
I'd be next to Maleka.
Okay, that'd be like behind her.
Yeah, right behind her. Realized I haven't had Roll20 open this whole time.
It's fine. It
Is
hasn't
there
been important.
Carriage?
We weren't gonna go to a dungeon today.
Great. I think last time we were in a carriage, Thronwood and Zenny went kind of for more like defensive positions and sat at the very back. So Zenny will probably do that.
South Road.
Okay. This means that Missy is sitting across from Gorgon.
Yes.
But I'd say there's just enough space where it's not causing.
What
a
was
problem.
that subtle?
Yeah, what? For?
Because
The shipper.
no.
Is it because Zaniri is sitting next to me? Is that what you did that for?
No,
Who's sitting where?
no.
Uh-oh.
I think Justin wanted Missy and Gorgon to sit next to each other, so Missy has to roll a check. Because you
Wait,
know.
what am I rolling?
No, you're not rolling.
Okay.
But it's the allergy.
I'll allow this side then, I guess. Yeah. Anytime it's exciting. It is
Right.
wild magic.
So
We finally start going to the dungeon and we blow ourselves up.
Oh my god.
no, it'll go straight to your thighs. Then you'll blow up. Anyway, so
Sitting right next to him. I'm sitting
Anyway.
across from him. So how far is he from me?
I'd say it's like
Carriage
like a little bit more than like 5 feet.
Okay.
But so about an hour and a half in, so like you're getting pretty close to like where Gorgon knows the carriage is, and like he's sitting behind Edelweiss, so like he's able to like, yeah, I think so based on my notes we're able to go this way, or I think we're going through there, and you find this area where there's like mountain to your left, and like some hillish mountain to your right. It's forested with like pine looking trees, and I'd say both Maleka, well definitely Maleka, and I'd say also Edelweiss, you noticed like two like rather large figures kind of like dart up over the tree line and kind of like are like in your path, like above the trees.
Can I discern what they are?
If you want to see them, you can make a perception check. I'm saying that Maleka and Edelweiss would have seen them.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I don't know if I mistook, but yeah, the two in front.
You said I could make what kind of check?
I'm saying Edelweiss saw it. If Gorgon wants to try and see them, he
Oh.
has to make a perception check.
Sure, I'll make a perception check and see if I see them. Darn.
What is
No. You're kind of... Excuse me. Yeah, so Gorgon, you don't see anything, but so Edelweiss, what you and Maleka see is two like rather large figures kind of dart up above the tree line and are like kind of like in your path of ahead of you, flying above the trees.
Can we discern a shape at all? Or is it just kind of like just large blobs?
You can
Like
tell that they're
blurs?
there's like four I'll say legs just for lack of a better like appendage, but also like two large wings, and they're flying above the, like I said, the tree line, like kind of like at like a fast horizontal velocity, and then like also like traveling slightly upward.
Maleka,
Yeah.
you saw that, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey guy, hey, everyone.
We're gonna. Can we stop the horses before we talk to them?
Sure. Yeah, you can
stop the
stop.
horses. Oh.
Whoa, no.
Why are we stopping?
The
Weirdest
defensive
place to stop.
positions probably is a good idea here.
What?
We just saw some things flying above us.
We
They're
just left a place full of dragons.
I mean, those I wouldn't worry about birds, Edelweiss. They're usually
I was gonna
not
say.
attack.
Yeah,
Where did you see them?
like there, or maybe
Yeah.
there, like inside that area, ahead of us.
Zini can make a perception check. You are kind of like at the back of the cart, so like it will be a little bit difficult, but I'm not going to put disadvantage or anything.
Did they look close or like
How
far
do I
away?
play this game?
Th-
Oh, it's a
they-
15.
They look like they were closer and like we're kind of like heading like almost like across your path, but like kind of like an X shape, but like they were close to you and then they're like I don't know how to describe this.
Like they crossed over each other as they did a little crisscross as they flew over.
Cross.
Yeah, so like you guys are kind of going in like this kind of motion. I'm just showing them a roll 20, and like they kind
Wow,
of
we
come
started
across
well,
like
huh?
that, and you're like over here.
Oh,
Oh,
don't look at roll 20. It's a hot mess.
I have no
Um,
idea what's going on.
So,
Wow,
so
what happened?
we're going in one diagonal direction. They flew over in the other diagonal direction.
like they go
They went perpendicular of where we're going.
well, like perpendicular would imply that it's like a right angle.
They crossed our
Yes.
path in
Yeah, they
in a
crossed
weird-
your path. Like
I'm
the path
sorry,
that
are you
haven't
math
gone down yet.
majoring me right now?
He
Yes.
is math majoring you right now. He is 1,000% doing
I
that.
have a degree in math that I don't use. Let me use it for once.
This is the only time.
Did it look like it was going in a direction that we know? Like, did it look like it's going towards boat right?
like away
towards-
away from you, off to the right, which would be like north. You're heading north currently, like northwest.
away from us heading right, so it would be going northeast, roughly.
Yes, and keep in mind like there's this like small mountain hill, whatever you want to call it, like to your left. So they kind of like appeared like over that, above, like up above the tree line, and kind of like just almost like grazed it essentially.
Okay. Yeah, large things. Kind of closer to the ground. I don't think they look like dragons. I mean, dragons have a distinct look to them. At the very least, we should probably continue with caution. I don't think we want to be attacked when we're inside the cabin. Or the wagon carriage? You know.
You said
Um,
both at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not covered, right? It's an open wagon.
It's like
covered.
partially covered. So like you can see out the front, but you can't see. So you guys can't see out the sides very well. But
This is
um,
Oregon Trail.
Ah, Oregon
Oregon
Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Edelweiss and Maleka
Not
are
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Not Skyrim, Oregon Trail.
Edelweiss
Oregon
and
Trail.
Maleka are kind of like out in the open. Like they can see like off to their sides because they're up in front, like near the horses. But like then, like everyone else is basically covered on the sides and above, and then there's like a little bit of opening in the back.
Okay.
Which would be where you and Throden are.
Yeah. Can I remain vigilant, like out the back of the carriage,
Okay.
basically? I'm gonna put the void cloak on
Okay.
when I start looking with my special eyes.
So if you want, you can make another perception check out the back of the wagon.
Yeah.
Wagon cart, whatever you want to call it.
That's a 23.
Okay. You don't see anything currently, but I'll keep that in mind. Around this time, you see the two in front, and anyone who's like looking forward. You can see like the two figures kind of like reappear, like they kind of like turned around, and they are looking towards where they came from. Like they haven't recognized you guys yet at all. And at this point, you can probably get a better look at them. They have bird heads, bird-like wings, and two bird-like talons with the body of what seems to be like kind of like a lion with a lion's tail.
Lion butt.
Lion
Got
butt.
it. That's what I'm writing down.
If anyone wants to make
See,
a survival
I had
check,
something
I
else
can
to
tell you
write.
specifically what this is.
I had something
Lion butt.
to write, but then Mary said lion butt, and I was like, well, now that's it.
Yeah, I wrote birdmen, but now I gotta write bird lines.
Bird with lion butt.
Did anyone want to make a survival check to figure out, or survival or nature to figure out what this is?
I'm gonna be like peeking, like I'm holding onto Maleka's shoulders and like looking out. I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, oh my
know
insert
that's
God's name here. What is that?
Can Throden see it or no?
Well, it depends really if you're looking at the front or the back. Because I know Zini is looking specifically at the back.
He'd probably be looking at the back. I don't know.
If Zini sees something again, she can point it out to Frodo.
It's a cardinal, guys.
Gorgon
Gorgon rolls a
I
5.
think you're right.
So
Um,
looking at the back, he doesn't see it?
Check.
Misfortune
Okay.
has no idea what this thing is.
Okay.
Edelweiss rolled an 18 survival.
Okay. Maleka, did you roll?
It's an 11.
Okay. So, Edelweiss, like, kind of like being from like a mountainous environment, you recognize these as being griffins. So it's a pair of griffins kind of looking off to what is your left.
Does it look like they have mounts? Like, are people riding them?
No. These look like
I thought you
wild
said elves.
griffins.
Yeah.
The beaks.
Beaks.
When you said lion butts earlier, I was gonna make a joke about, oh, they're just griffins, and they are.
Guys.
But I don't know that because I rolled an 11.
Lion butt.
I'm gonna look back to where they started flying back from to see if I saw what they lost, because they look like they forgot something at home.
I forgot to turn off the
The
stove.
keys.
So
Do you have a mask? No, fudge.
So you all start feeling this like almost like rumbling and these loud footprints coming from the left-hand side as this two-headed creature peeks over the mountain. And I think Edelweiss is our guy here.
Wait, do you mean mountain-sized creature peeking over a mountain?
No, it's like somewhere between hill and mountain, but like it's a bit rockier, so I describe it as mountain, but it's not like super tall.
But
It's probably like 10-15 feet up. So like it kind of like peeks over that as it's like kind of like coming towards. What was I checking? Oh yeah, languages. So, not Gorgon. Edelweiss, you would hear in Giant, this voice go, "Where dinner?"
Oh.
Everything I wanted to be.
I assume people who don't know Giant don't understand it. Do we hear that though?
Yes.
Do we hear a voice? Oh my god.
Oh, two-headed giants. Two-headed giants, guys.
What?
Wait, no.
There's a two-headed giant looking for dinner.
Oh.
We
Oh
are
my God.
in its past. Two-headed giant.
No, we have some rations to spare.
Giants is giants.
I might kill Sidiot.
I
I asked him about this, and he just said, it won't hurt you.
I told you they were being vague.
Okay, I think we need to get off the path.
Hey, we need to go. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
Wait,
trigger the
are
horse.
you just putting the horses into high gear?
I'm gonna.
But like to the right.
Yeah, like let's try
Pop
to.
those puppies into fifth.
Should we try and run it, like run them away, or should we try and like hide and try and get ourselves out? line of sight.
I was gonna hide.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was gonna. Okay, so we're gonna try and hide the carriage, if at all possible.
Beneath the tree line, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we all see the two-headed giant? Like, has it been pointed out to us?
Missy's probably the only one that can't see it because the canvas is in the way, but like Zini.
Well, I've been peeking out over Maleka's shoulder.
Then yeah, I'd say you'd probably be able to see
Okay.
it. But
Okay. Which set of creatures seems more hostile?
seems more hostile to you guys.
Yes.
They don't seem to have noticed you yet. But
Okay.
the two-headed creature is kind of looking around, like trying to figure out possibly where the two griffins went.
Where the griffins went,
That's
yeah.
reasonable. Zenny's gonna draw her bow and be attentive.
Okay. And then you're gonna take the carriage. Are you like putting it into high gear? That's my question.
High carriage gear.
Is there a place close by that we can hide it in?
You can try to hide it like off to the side, like away from it, like it's like behind some of the trees.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't put that into high gear if it's close. Like we're probably just gonna try and like in Star Wars when they take evasive action and they just lazily move one direction into cover. That's what we would like to do.
Listing lazily to the left. There we go.
We've lost him. Where did they go?
Happy belated May the 4th be with you.
Today
Revenge
is
of the
now...
5th.
It's Revenge of the 6th.
Yeah, it's Revenge of the
It is
Sixth
now
now.
Revenge of the 6th now.
Oh, now it's the 6th.
Today
Yeah,
is...
you're off by 2 minutes.
Dang.
I thought
Okay,
Tom
gotta
was
get
putting
dressed.
on his combat cap.
Horrifying.
Roll for initiative.
I can't tell if Tom is trying to find stats for this thing because we've done something wrong and now we're in combat.
That
Or-
looks like a DM who's looking for stats.
Doesn't it?
As you went to hide the carriage, you stubbed the giant's toe.
He was the tree line.
Surprise third head.
An ingrown head on his toe.
God.
Giants are weird here, man.
It's weird in Crobaton.
Random question.
Two heads.
Pass without trace would not work on a carriage, right?
Probably
It-
not.
It
It-
might
Saying you
work
don't
on
have
It
Yeah.
might work on the
Walk
horses,
carriage.
but it would not
It
work on the
does-
carriage itself.
Okay, it does say creatures. Well,
So
okay.
we just,
it
we just
says-
bring the carriage to life and problem solved.
Yeah, it's creatures. Okay.
Man, where's an
Checking.
artificer when you need one?
So let me just show you guys what you're looking at here.
Oh god.
Tom, is this a dynamic 3D image?
What
Oh,
the hell? Do we,
Right?
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Is that the
Damn.
dynamic lighting?
I think we're looking up right now.
It's a top down.
Yeah, those are trees.
No, but I think isn't it down up because the branches are up there?
Yeah.
that's what
Oh.
the tree is blocking, in your view.
Yes.
I
Okay.
see.
I,
Well,
I
the
tried to
griffins are
make
down
the
here.
circles small enough, but some of them are a little large.
This is the trippiest
That
thing
thing
I've
on the
ever
left.
seen.
This is like one of those when you're in art class and they have you do the vanishing point thing. That's what's happening. Except I was never good at it, so this is what my drawing looks like, where there's like 9.
Oh my
vanishing
goodness. Now I understand. Oh my god.
points. It's really
Okay.
trippy. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about dynamic lighting. And I was like, why are those trunks so huge? I get it now.
All right, so yeah, you guys are down here. Down where? Down here. So like,
The
if you guys
griffins are
wanted to go
hurt.
into cover, it would probably be like over here.
Und the two-headed giant is like in this direction.
He's
The left
he's
of us.
right to our left.
Yeah, he's off to your left. I can't quite get him on screen.
I
but he's, like,
just saw
right
him
here.
move behind a tree. I saw him move behind dynamic lighting. Okay.
So he's kind of looking out in this direction, and the two griffins are up here, looking
Right.
down off there.
Oh, maybe it's.
So the reason I'm just showing it to you now is because I think that if you were to get over here, it'd probably take you 2 rounds to do so. Like in terms of if we were in initiative.
I see.
So that's why I'm like,
Other driver, what do you think?
What?
What's a horse's speed within a round?
I believe riding horses are 40.
Depends on the horse. Yeah.
Okay.
Would it make sense for us to go like back? Oh, I don't think you can see my ruler. Oh, yes, you can.
Let's try and like get in here.
Yeah, like go back behind this tree. Not
maybe-
necessarily
in
through
reverse.
this, but back.
like
through
just tuck ourselves in this general area.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, get somewhere back here.
Yeah, probably. Tom, a hard right.
You're gonna
Gorgeous,
flip the carriage.
Gordon, get back in the carriage.
Oh wait, did it not sync up for you? There we go. Is that better?
Go in this area.
I was playing with the dynamic lighting a bit.
Is that possible?
Whoa. Lighting is weird.
So like, I don't know if there's a way for us to stay in this order and move as one giant unit to one specific spot.
All right. On 3, everybody move over 1 square to the right.
One,
Hut.
2,
3.
3. Okay.
Okay.
If you
Alright.
if you guys stand in the trunk of the tree,
Oh yeah.
you enter the void.
Awful. Yeah, all you can see
I
is
did that
leaves.
before. Yeah, that's bad. Okay,
Oh,
we're gonna move now. One more to the right. One,
All right.
2, 3.
Is this
Okay.
how carriages work? What is happening?
I don't know.
Work, yeah.
Wait, is this
It's what they've decided is the right way, and I don't like it.
legal?
This isn't
I don't
even
know.
a K-turn.
I don't know how else to do this.
All right. So we're gonna try turning so we can angle Edelweiss.
Tom
And
can't move all of us at once.
Tell
I'm
us
just
what
saying.
square to put ourselves
I
in.
don't understand why this is
Well, that would
happening.
be
So, like,
why can't we just
In,
say
in
the
one
persons
round, you
make
can
the
probably get
turn?
about there.
Whoa, Tom moved us all at once. That was so
Yeah, it's probably like right about
distracting.
there. And then you can probably get like to here next round. But
No, they wanted to go around the back and around the
Like
tree
here.
we
Like
were right next to.
Here now.
oh, okay, that's where you wanted to go.
That's why we were like slowly going to the
Yeah.
That's why they were doing illegal physics.
So
So like maybe like this spot right here. Here, let me move me. Like here would be me, and then everybody could be pivoted, since that would be how the carriage would turn.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So now
like
our
that.
butt is facing.
I thought we were
Exactly.
I thought we were
So we're, like,
backing away.
facing it.
So we're like turning us.
right.
Yeah.
And so like the horses theoretically would be like here.
Yes. Okay.
So now we're trying to hide. At the very least, it means that our fighters are in the front,
And our horse aren't. Good.
and our horses are protected because they're probably gonna get eaten.
Do we want to fight or do we want to hide?
I would like to
Hiding.
hide.
Hiding.
Let's try to hide.
Zenir, are you still like, keeping an eye out back?
Yes, I want to keep my eye on the giant that I can't see anymore.
I have a question. Whose little writing thing is that, and can you erase it?
Sorry, it was mine, and I'm afraid of doing that because in the past I've tried erasing
Got it.
things, and it's
You
erased
just
the
have to hide.
background.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I'm not going to delete.
so
I think Tom did.
yes, I did.
Gone.
Zenir, like when you turn, like when you are able to get like that like small glance onto both the two-headed creature and the griffins, you do notice that they do appear to be slightly injured, like they've been doing battle.
Cute.
I don't like it. The health bars are down.
Hold on, let me move Edelweiss over here real quick so I can see the health bars. Alright, cool.
I one time
It's meta.
I one time heard giants liked horses.
Are we're keeping out of this conflict?
Gorgeous.
Going to try, yeah.
Just let him.
So, are you
You
guys
seemed sad the
attempting?
griffins were hurt.
Are you guys attempting to hide?
Yes.
All right. So I need everyone to roll a stealth check, and I
I'm
will roll
casting
one.
Pass Without Trace
Okay, so you can
On
all
the
add, you
horses.
can all add plus 10.
on everyone, including the horses.
Is there a limited number of targets? I just want to double check.
Each creature within 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah. So
Wow,
that would
that's-
include
That's really
everyone.
16 total for Throden.
19.
Oh,
27
27.
because we do.
29 then, I think, with the plus 10.
plus 10.
Yeah, plus 10 from Pass Without Trace.
I rolled 6s on both, so 16 total.
Hmm. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up?
Wait, do we have advantage with Pass Without Trace?
No,
No,
you
you
have
add
plus
plus
10.
10 to
10.
whatever you roll.
Oh, okay.
Some of us do have disadvantage, though.
Late nail scale, nail buddies.
21 total.
So
What?
21 for Malika. We have a 27 for Zaneria.
27 for Missy.
27 for Missy. It was 16 for Throden
Yeah, 16 for Throden and Edelweiss, I think.
and Edelweiss. Okay. Gorgon was a 29.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need stealth checks for the horses.
How did you roll?
He rolled a 19 plus 10.
Would have had to roll 19.
Yeah.
Oh, your dex is what?
2. My dex is plus 2. So the
Wait,
It-
so if you rolled a 19 plus 10 plus 2?
You roll
No,
a 17 plus 2
17.
plus 10.
Oh, a 19 total. I see.
Yeah.
It was
My
like
bad.
you rolled even higher. Damn.
Okay. And then we
Can't even
have-
see me.
We
Tom,
can't see
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
so what did the horses roll?
12 and 20.
Oh, I was about to say one of them rolled a 2.
Yeah, one of them rolled a 2 plus 10.
That one sneaky horse, though. It always loses track of how many horses there are.
That's strange.
That we made it?
What did the cart roll?
Both groups rolled above the DC.
Well,
like your group with the horses, and then also the 2 griffins. So now I don't know who it's going to notice, if anyone.
Go back home, giant.
Just
No,
kidding.
he's gonna keep
wander
he's gonna
in
keep
direction.
looking, but he hasn't spotted anyone at this point. Or I should say they. It's 2 heads.
He's just going to keep going. We're dinner.
For dinner. I'm hungry.
What was that? Must have been the wind.
Okay.
Where you going, Edelweiss?
At
Where
this
you going?
point, I do want to do.
I was gonna cast Thaumaturgy, but too far.
I'm like Missy's like holding her breath right now. She's like, "Ugh."
If can you ready to throw your voice?
That's what Thaumaturgy's idea was gonna be.
Can you do it this way, down to the south, or do you
so
feel like that's too close to us?
do you guys
Yeah.
want to try and move more out of the way? Because I'll give you guys another opportunity to move the carriage if you would like to.
Is there a possibility for us to swing around the tree as the giant runs outwards?
I'd say yeah.
Okay.
We're Frodo running away from the troll.
Exactly.
We're just circling.
Yeah, we're just like
Oh, that ended well for him.
yeah, we're just like yakety sacks, like
So like how far
Are we rolling in stealth checks?
how far do you want to roll, or how far do you want to move the cart? Like how far behind do you want to go?
I think it would be
So like keep in mind I'm doing like where Edelweiss is, so you're gonna move, turn. It's like the farthest you can probably go is like right here, and then the horses would be like these squares essentially.
I would be max 15. Like you see where I am now,
Yeah.
and then I guess everyone circled around. I don't know. Is this a stupid idea, guys? Like call me out if it is.
Tom, I accidentally drew again.
Stop drawing.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to.
We're getting all confused.
Also, does someone still have vision? Because I now
Yes.
have vision of the battlefield.
Yes.
I can see the griffins,
see.
not the giant.
I can
got
see
nothing.
the
Oh,
I'm trying to get rid
no,
of.
what?
Turn
go.
back.
Got it.
Cronin, don't be a hero.
I think I can take him, guys. It's fine.
No.
He has 2 heads to cut off, so my odds are even better.
We could have gotten giant weapons.
So I will say at this point, is there anything that anyone wants to do within the party? Otherwise, I'll have you guys roll another set of stealth checks.
Can anybody?
Are we sure we don't want to fight it? It could be fun.
I mean, if we're going to go somewhere where we're probably gonna fight a lot of things, I would rather not have
Yeah.
to waste
You can-
energy.
Pick our
can-
battles.
We can rest before we go in to the cavern.
I wonder
But
what
we
Griffin
don't
tastes
need
like.
to. We don't need to fight them.
Yeah.
Well,
But we get to fight them. There's another way to
Either-
look at it.
one of these creatures or 2 of them are going to die if we don't do something. Just keep that in mind.
I mean,
They're-
they were going to anyway. Why would we?
True.
I just don't think it's worth it.
I mention it because you seem upset by it. But I agree. It's not our place.
Oh, Misfortune herself did not see that they were injured. It was Meredith who saw their health bars.
Oh, my
That's-
bad.
oh, that's
That's
true.
why, that's why
That's
Gordon
true.
was bringing up, like, giving him the horse.
So you're right. If
Yeah.
Misfortune saw that they were hurt, she'd have a conflict there, but she has no idea.
I'd say
Zenny does.
I'd say Zenny definitely saw, and I'd say Malika probably saw with their passive, because
Okay, Zenny does point out that someone's gonna die.
Yeah, and Misfortune can, like, I think we can assume that they are the giant's dinner.
Unless we want. No, I'm not even going to say anything about it. We're hiding.
I think we have better things to do. Best to lay low.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to close my eyes and shut my ears.
You're in the back. You shouldn't even be able to see.
This is
Stealth
true.
checks.
yeah, stealth checks.
Stealth checks. Are we still under the effects of
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So 20
Coolio.
total for throw.
21.
29.
21.
30.
Yeah!
Same as before. 16.
Nat 20 for Maleka. Oh, no, that was an addition, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a dirty 20, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Horses. There's that one that was so sneaky, but the other one's probably neighing.
Once again, I have no idea how this is gonna go. All right, so what is everyone's numbers?
Evs, Tom, that can happen!
And it though.
Edelweiss, I think, is the one that got the lowest, and he got a 16.
16. Okay.
29.
29.
21.
21.
Total of 20.
20.
Maleka got a 30,
Malika got
Yeah.
30.
and I don't know what Gorgon got.
21.
21.
There it is.
Horses.
Horses are
Interesting.
relevant.
So, kind of as you turn the cart, one of the horses kind of like sees out of its peripheral the creature that's booming as it walks down this hillside, and like kind of like rears up on its hind legs, letting out a loud neigh. At the same time, the two griffins are also like panic, thinking that it's coming towards them, and they also kind of will go out a little bit out of control.
So now it's the opposite problem. We have two options.
How
and
many
we don't
ones
know
were
where to go.
rolled?
one of the horses rolled a natural one, but both of the I think both of the griffins were below the DC because I rolled a natural 20 on its perception check. So I was just going with what its score was. So more of you guys failed than passed, but you also had a natural 1 in there, and then I think the two griffins both just failed. So everyone failed compared to what they rolled. So they are kind of like, they got one head going each way at this point. And we will pick up there next session.
How about we all live and we ride the griffins to the cave?
Sacrifice the horses, tame the griffins. We fly anywhere we want.
Why would-
There are options that you
Well, you're
guys
so
can do.
concerned about the griffins.
There are bad options.
Getting rid of the horse is not good.
No.
I mean,
It's
we
not
lose 2
guaranteed that we can
horses.
tame a griffin. Let's put it that way. And then we're stranded with an empty carriage.
You have feet.
For stream, I'm gonna
Oh,
kind of
man.
pan around to show everyone what's going on here. Because it's kind of hard to see the guys off to the right. Yeah, there you go. A little bit better.
Oh, all of our cones of vision intersecting on the tree we're next to is really weird.
Yes, I like
It's
that.
super freaky. What an interesting
Right.
geometry lesson this is.
I can't go in the trees. Whoop. Whoopsie. Lagged out for me,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Gorgon is dying this episode.
I landed right in front of the giant.
Goodbye.
Ouch.
So, yeah, that is it for this week's episode of Crobaton. I'd like to thank Mare for the 11-month resub with Twitch Prime. If you guys have Twitch Prime, you should definitely use it. If not here, somewhere else, because otherwise you're wasting it. It's one free sub every month on Twitch if you have Amazon Prime linked to your Twitch account. Generic YouTube shout out. If you're watching on YouTube, definitely like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell. Episodes go live every Friday at 6 p.m. Videos, the sessions are live over on twitch.tv/BlazeFort. Why is there so much whoops?
There was a whoops. That's all.
What's happening?
I spelled Twitter. Tweet.
Yeah. If you're in Twitch chat, definitely click the links that are being spammed. Most of those are down in the YouTube description if you're there. As I was saying, sessions are live over on twitch.tv/BlazeFort, 9 p.m. Wednesdays. There's a playlist if you are not caught up on Crobaton, so you can watch all the episodes. Or if you're like us and have no idea what happened last session, you can go back and watch it and then yell at us in the Twitch chat about what happened.
Something.
Because we forget.
Because I watched
What happened?
the last episode back and I was like the first half is just pure gold. Like everyone dealing with dinner. But
Special ways.
also exclamation point artist. Mayor draws all of the little character images you see in the boxes down there. I make the stuff that surround it, the statistical information. She makes the pretty stuff.
Thanks.
Is there anything anyone else wants to chat up before we head out? No? Sounds
No.
great.
Have a great week, everyone.
Yes, have a great
Yeah.
week. Don't forget to love each other.
Don't forget.
It's important.
Already forgot.
Bye. See you all next week.
Bye.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-boo-boo-boo. Boo-doo-doo.